I don't know how it's gonna work. I don't see these staying in place. Normally I use 2.5s, which are like honestly like half the size of these, so they're just easier to get in there to manipulate and keep them in place. These are 5 pound plates, so I don't know, man. I mean this. I mean, I guess all I can do is just try one set, and if I have problems with them not wanting to stay in place, I might have to go back down to the 2.5s. But I don't know, man. I want to try to go a little heavier on this today. It's honestly not like the weight that you can max this out at. It's not that much. It's not that bad at all for me. Um, like I even have to slow down the reps pretty substantially to make it, again, even with the weight maxed out, to make it even somewhat challenging. So this will be only 5 extra pounds as opposed to if I just had the 2.5s on each side here. So it's only 5 extra pounds. I think it'll be fine. We'll see though. It all depends if the freaking plates will stay on there. I don't know. Just by looking at it, I think it's going to be a problem, but I'm going to try one, at least one set, like I said. But also, I got myself a nice little new gadget here that is magnetic and it'll hold my phone. So I'm going to try this out today. Now, I've kind of scanned over everything that I usually do, and obviously, I probably won't be able to use it on everything, just depending on the positions of what I'm using and what might be closest that I can actually stick that on. If it's too far away, if it's just not a good position, I won't be able to use it. But it was only $15. So $15, if I can use it on 10, 20% of my lifts, I mean I find that a pretty good trade-off. If I could do it every day, sometimes even more depending on what I'm using. So we'll give it a try today. But yeah, obviously you can tell by now it's back with a semblance of biceps training. Um, like I said, last week I started with some heavy rows. So today I figured why not start with some, again, what's going to be heavier lat pull downs. I haven't went this heavy on lat pull downs in a while. But since I'm fresh, starting with it, see what I can do. And I'm thinking about doing 2 exercises of biceps today. Last week I just did one, but I did a lot of sets. I did like 5 sets, I think. I'll try to split that up today. I'll do this, a bicep, 3 sets, go on to a back, and then another bicep, probably 3 sets again. I might push it on the higher end of my sets today for biceps. Might do like 6. Of course, that all depends how it goes. If I start feeling like my biceps are getting what I want out of only 4 sets, let's say, I might stop at 4. It just depends. But yeah, I gotta get some chalk. Since I'm going a little heavier, make sure my grip is oh man, I think I'm running out of this stuff. Crap. Well, I got enough for today. That's all that matters. I just have to get more. Okay. I think it's about time to do this first set, and we'll see how this setup goes, man. I don't have a lot of confidence in it. We'll freaking see though. Wow, talk about a total surprise there. No, I will say though, they did move some, so they were definitely. I think they were pretty close to falling off here. I think if I go pretty controlled, like I just did on this first one, I think it'll be fine. Honestly. Now you watch. As soon as I say that, one of these is gonna come falling on my toe or something. Which is only 5 pounds. I don't think it'll hurt that bad. I'm willing to risk it for the gains. Pretty much anything's worth risking for the gains. Am I right? I mean, come on. That was good though, dude. That felt really good. It's odd whenever you have something like this, and you know you have to focus a little harder, a little more, and be a little more under control. In a lot of ways, it makes the set feel better because like I was just that much more zoned in, trying to make sure one of these didn't come crashing down on my feet or something. But yeah, that felt good. Let's do. Um, I'm thinking just 3 sets here today. We will see though. You guys know me. I might do the third one and want to do a fourth. We'll fucking see though. But at least 2 more. Another good one. I gotta say, whenever I'm doing this, like the main thing I'm thinking about, and I feel like this has really helped me and make sure the driving factor is actually my lats pulling this down. So the main thing I'm thinking about is driving my elbows, almost almost picturing them just driving down into my rib cage, if that makes sense. Um, Now, again, not everything or every exercise is gonna work for everybody. It's not, a lot of it's body proportions and things like that. But for me, like if you're having trouble with lat pull downs, you're just not feeling it in your lats like you want to or like you think you should, you could try that cue. Just think about driving your elbows down into your ribs. And again, for me, that seems to help. But if you try it and it doesn't work for you, you know, you shouldn't have any problem throwing it out. Forget about it and try something else. There's always a different. I mean, the old expression, "There's more than one way to skin a cat." Kind of, kind of grotesque, but it's true for a lot of things. So, um, yeah, like I said, for me that works. You could try it. If it doesn't work for you, try something else, or just don't even do lat pull downs. Do pull ups, or there's other things you can do. So, yeah, let's do one more. Yeah, like I said, one more for sure. And I don't know. I'm already 2 sets and I'm already leaning toward doing four, even though I said I was only gonna do three. So I mean, you can kind of see where this is trending. I'm probably gonna do 4 sets. Well, as you can see, I sped the reps up a little bit on that because the difficulty is starting to ramp up. So, yeah, let's do one more, anyways. One more, probably the drop set. It's a lot of volume to start off on one exercise, but it feels good. It feels too good not to, keep it going. So that's the plan. One more on a drop set. Uh, oh man. All right. I can fully admit those reps are starting to get sloppy. So I think four is definitely, honestly, in hindsight, I probably could have stopped at three with a drop set. Now knowing that the fourth one is kind of rough, but I was willing to give it a go at least. Let's do this drop set though. All right. Holy shit. Well, my lats are on fire. So I think, job well done here. Again, lat pull downs always seem to fucking do the trick, huh? Pretty funny how that works. Although I can admit, pull ups probably are better in terms of just, honestly, pull ups is one of the best back exercises you can do, really. I just fucking hate having to add all the weight that I need to add. I mean, call me lazy, I don't care. It's true. So I just stick to lat pull downs. They're pretty close, maybe not quite as good as a pull up, but they're close. Anyways, let's move on to biceps. I did this exercise a couple weeks ago. It's simple, it's effective. I really like the stimulus that it gave me. And it's just something different. You guys know I love a good preacher curl, but I just gotta mix it up every now and then. So it's just gonna be a standing cable curl. I mean, nothing else to say. Like I said, it's pretty simple. So I have it on a weight that honestly I feel like it's gonna be a little light, but I like to start off like that. Get one set, maybe a little higher reps, and then if it's too light, normally I do the opposite. Normally I'll start off heavy, and then I'll kind of, as I fatigue, I'll start to go lighter. And like I said, every now and then, just to mix it up, keep my body guessing, I'll do the opposite. I'll start off light and then get heavier. Is it what I think is gonna be easier? Um, did I say that right? I don't even know. I don't know. Let's just do the set. Okay. I probably could have done at least one more, if not two. I mean, they would have been tough, yeah, but that was close enough to failure. That was within at least 1 or 2 reps, which I say is enough for hypertrophy. And considering I'm gonna go heavier on this next one, I think that's kind of a smart play. Stop a couple reps short, save maybe a little in the tank for these next couple heavier ones. At least that's the logic. Whether it works out, I mean, we'll find out here in a second. Holy shit. Man, you know it's a good set whenever you lose count, but it wasn't for the normal reason of me just losing count. It was because it was honestly a little tougher than I was even anticipating, and it got so difficult that I just kind of blanked out, and I was just going until I felt like I hit that point of not being able to do anymore. Whew, that was that was tough. A third set's definitely going to be brutal. I mean, there's no other word to use. It's going to be brutal, but that's why we're here, right? That's why we're fucking here. So let's do one more. Whew, that's a perfect set to end on with these. I mean, how are the arms looking? I know it's triceps, but I think they're looking pretty good. So yeah, let's move on to. I don't know. I was kind of feeling like doing some T-bar rows, but honestly, I'm pretty. Well, I don't know, man. Yeah, let me think about it. I'm leaning toward T-bar rows. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of got me cooked. So we'll see. Let me think about it. All right, T-bar rows it is. I did like uh only two warm-ups, which I really don't need to do. I'm definitely warm, but this is one of those movements that, for those of you who don't know, I hurt my lower back. It's been a little over a year now, but this is one of those movements where it can re-aggravate it if I'm not careful. So I do like to warm up here and make sure. I mean, one, I can even do it. You know what I mean? It doesn't start bothering me too bad. But then two, to make sure if I can do it, everything's firing properly and I'm kind of good to go. So I got 4 plates. By no means is that crazy heavy for me. It's moderately heavy. So even after everything I've done, I'd imagine I can get at least 10, maybe even 12, or a little more. It just depends on the day, really. But so yeah, let's just do one and kind of see how it goes. The temptation is to go heavier. It is, because that by no means was. Well, how do I want to say this? I made it difficult, even though it wasn't really that heavy for me. So yeah, the temptation is to go heavier, but I'm gonna kind of rein myself in here. I'm gonna stick with this weight, do a couple more sets, probably speed up my rest period just a little bit. Not nothing crazy, but rather than rest maybe 3 minutes, maybe I'll only rest two, or even a little quicker. So yeah, but I mean it was a good set. There's no complaints. It's just you know I do want to go heavier. That's my problem. But I have noticed going a little bit lighter and actually making sure my body's using the muscles I'm wanting them to use for each exercise. I have noticed, I mean, one, I get a better workout in terms of hypertrophy and those, like I said, those specific muscle groups I'm working that day. But two, I feel like I'm getting more gains. So it's like, there definitely is something to that. But again, I just like to go heavy. I can't help it. But yeah, let's do a couple more though. All right, one more. Whew. All right. Those always get me, man. There's a reason I don't do them much. Maybe I should if they work this good. I just feel like it's a lot of full body fatigue. You know what I mean? You're using a lot of your legs, your posterior chain, just to stabilize your core. So like sometimes if I'm not really focused, and even if I am, I don't feel my back as much as say like a chest supported row, whereas stability is not really a factor. You just row the shit, and your back, reaps the benefits. This it's great, but I feel like for me, it's great in moderation. You know what I mean? Maybe once a month, throw it in. Not, I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. Like I said, it's definitely great, but at least for me, it's just I feel like if I did it every week, it'd be a lot of systemic fatigue, and it would start to catch up with me, like a lot of other lifts. Anyways, let's move on to probably another bicep. I don't know what yet though. Like always, I'll figure it out. It's funny how I always seem to make my way back to the preacher curl when I'm hitting biceps. It's not by accident. Let's just say that. But I fucking love them, dude. They work great. But I think today switch it up just a little. Instead of bilateral, we're gonna do some unilateral preacher curls. Now, I'm kind of thinking if I do at least a couple sets each arm, and I have a pretty crazy bicep pump, I might stop at two, which would put me at 5 sets again of biceps. So again, I'm gonna do at least two and then kind of play it by the set after that. Well, I say play it by the set, but if I do any more, it'll only be one more set. So it'll only be three at most here. So let me just say like that. At least two. If I feel like I could, if I should do one more, let me say like that. Then I'll do three. If not, I'll stop at two. But my biceps are pretty pumped up. So I mean, we'll see. I was actually pretty light. That was pretty light. I think I'm gonna go up. Let's go up 20 pounds to 90. That's gonna be pushing it for one arm. In terms of like back when I was really, really into strength training, I still am, but I've kind of blended that with bodybuilding. Um, but yeah, back when I was really into it, this goes up to 150. I would do sets of what was it, two or three with 150, one arm at a time. Um, so yeah, so 90 pounds really isn't that much, but for what I'm trying to do, good control, actually making sure my biceps are doing all the work. 90 will be. I mean, I still see me doing at least 10, but again, I'll just play by the set. We'll see how it goes. Oh, all right, I did 12. A little better than I thought, especially considering everything I've done already. You know, my biceps are pretty, not bad, but they're getting pretty cooked. Anyways, let's do the other arm. You know what? Let's just do a little drop set here. I'll go straight into bilateral, both arms. I actually might increase the weight a little bit, so it's not it's technically not a drop set. But when you're going from one arm to two, it's a lot lighter weight. So let's just go right into it. And then I think that'll be it for biceps. All right, that's it for biceps. Anyways, let's move on to one more back exercise and finish strong here. Try to, anyways. Um, I kind of want to do another row if I'm being honest. Normally I'll do a pull down, like a something that with my arms above my head and I'm pulling down. So it's like I said, like a lat pull down or a pull up. Normally I'll do two separate exercises of that with only one set of a row. But I might switch it up today. We might do another row, and then like I said, that'd be it. Finish strong here with three sets and a most almost a guaranteed drop set, maybe even multiple. We'll see how it goes. Of some cable machine rows here. Like I said, I just felt like doing another row. I honestly can't explain why. You ever just get those feelings where it's just like it just feels like it's time to just switch it up a little bit? And I've been saying that for like last week. I did that a lot. I'm doing it a lot this week so far, and yeah, it just feels like a good time to throw in two exercises of rows rather than doing two exercises of a kind of a pull down movement. So I don't know, can't explain it. Just felt right. A lot of times you just got to go with your gut instinct. So, but anyways, let's do this first one. Let's do it again. Oh. Mm. 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 All right, let's do a drop set. I think we're done. I was gonna do 2 drop sets here. I don't need it. That one was plenty. Let's go fucking pose. Okay. I will say I did several different things that I normally don't do, and I love the way it turned out. I got a great pump. I feel really, honestly, like this is the best I've felt in a while. You know what I mean? I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment or anything, but this is the best I've felt in a while, really, in terms of my strength. I wouldn't say it's the highest it's ever been, but I just come off a cut. But it stayed pretty high up, which is what I wanted. But then um my overall fitness level, my physique, um, I mean, it's just I don't know, it's just the best I've felt in a while. I am dealing with that little bit of an elbow and knee problem, but other than that, like for how strong I am, that's not really much of a like some guys get so strong and they just get riddled with serious injuries. These are like little ticky tack injuries, so it's not that bad. But yeah, man, I am if I play my cards right, stay smart, take my time, it should just be up from here. But yeah, this is the first week of the bulk, so that has me excited too. It's gonna be a clean bulk. I'm not gonna go crazy with like eating really bad stuff all the time. I will afford myself maybe a cheat meal here and there. But I want to keep it pretty clean. I don't want to lose my abs for sure. So, but yeah, let me do some a little bit of posing and we'll get out of here. All right, guys. Successful. Actually, I'll go even far as to say more than successful. It was pretty fucking great workout. You can't tell by my breathing. All right. We said we get out of here, get another fucking meal in, protein shake, get my vitamins and supplements, all the good stuff my body is craving at the moment after that intense workout. So we're done. Tomorrow's another leg day. We'll be back to do that, and then oh yeah, that's it. Let's get out of here.